Mosquito repeller. Today we're going to look a little bit closer at this mosquito repeller that runs on electricity. EMR10 and EMR30. I've been using EMR10 since 1 year ago. EMR30 is brand new. I got it from Nitecore just 2 weeks ago, so I just have used it for a short while. I don't find it on the internet for buying yet, so this is really new stuff. Today I'm going to talk about the difference between Thermacell and Nitecore. When is Thermacell better and when is Nitecore better? Is it really good with this one that runs on electricity, or is it bad? My name is Matti. I'm working as a dog masher and nature guide up in northern Sweden. Together with my partner Stina, we run a small guide company called JOKKMOKKGUIDERNA. Outdoor life is actually what we're doing for a living. These machines, whatever you choose, the whole idea with the machine is that you have a place here that gets hot. On that hot place you put a kind of mat, and when this gets warm it gives away it as a smoke. The mosquito don't like the smoke. There is different types of this mat. This is from Thermacell and this is from Nitecore. We also have something called Mr. Mosquito. I know that this one from Thermacell contains something that is not good for insects. I don't know so much more about this one. In Finland there is restriction how you can use this Thermacell out in nature. The rumor I heard is that you can only use it in your garden outside your house, not in nature actually. The guys on Team Sportia in Jokkmokk told me that next year Thermacell will probably come out with something that is not so bad for the nature. You can buy them in different kind of shops, you can buy them from internet. And of course, if you're living in a country where you have malaria or some really bad disease that spreads from the mosquito, then of course you want to use something really strong. If you're just up here in northern Sweden, the mosquitoes are not so bad. They are irritating, but the bites is not so bad. Then we can use something that is less environmental bad. And then a very common question, does these machines really work? Yes, they work. This smoke that comes from these machines really push away the mosquito. So this is really effective and you get rid of the mosquito around the machine. If it's windy, the smoke blow away and then it's kind of useless. But if it's windy anyway, you don't have the mosquitoes. So this is good when it's not so bad wind. If you are in a small place, local place, around the camp, cooking or something like that, outside the tent or something, then they are really good. And you had to know how to use them. You put them a little bit on the side so the smoke comes towards you, and then the mosquito goes away. And I also have customers that rent canoes that have told me that it's super good when you go to the toilet and when you had to pull down the pants, because when you pull down the pants the mosquitoes are there, and that's not a pleasant experience, I promise you that. So that's a really good idea. Some coffee. Nitecore EMR10. This device have two functions. One is that it heats up this flat thing and then you get the smoke and you get rid of the mosquitoes. You have two modes on that. You have one mode that is indoor, and then you have battery for 12 hours. And then the other mode, outdoor, then you have battery for 6 hours. I use it in outdoor mode when I start it, and then I switch it over to indoor mode because it gives enough with smoke anyway to get rid of the mosquito. And then the other function is a kind of ultrasonic sound. I don't use ultrasonic sound, but it should be good for mice, rats, cockroach, snakes and things like that. I don't have that problem. I haven't tested that function. I only use it as a mosquito repeller. So if anyone knows if this works with the ultrasonic, please leave a comment down below, because I have no clue about that. This device is an electric device. It has a battery inside, or actually two batteries. You can plug it in here with USB-C and charge it. It takes I think 2 hours and then it's fully charged or something like that. It has two big batteries here. You can replace them. You can buy extra batteries from Nitecore or other companies and bring extra battery if you don't want to charge it. Very simple to change battery if you want. but it's also really simple to charge it like this. You can charge it from a power bank directly like this, but this power bank is 10,000 milliampere from Nitecore, and this is 10,000 milliampere. And if you use this power bank, this will probably not be full charge, because when you transfer electricity from that battery to that, you lose some power actually. This device is also possible to use as a power bank if you need to charge your telephone, if you need to charge your camera or something, then you can use it as a power bank. So it's a kind of multifunction thing. And normally I'm not so fond of this multifunction thing, but this is not so strange. For me, they could have taken away this ultrasonic thing. Now it's there, so it's no problem. And then we look at the Nitecore EMR30. This device have no battery. So this one, you had to plug it in with a power bank. And normally when you're out hiking, you already have a power bank. This device, EMR30, you can plug it in a power bank like this. You can use a USB connection and put it straight into the car if you want. Maybe you have some kind of this device that's a bigger power bank or actually power station, and then you can very simple just plug it in with a normal telephone charger like this and put it like this, and then it starts. It's having on and off, also indoor and outdoor mode. It's also a small fan on top of this that actually help the gas to come away a little bit faster from the pad. If we compare the weight, this one is 86 gram, a power bank like this is 140-150 gram, and then this one is over 300 gram. The Nitecore EMR30 is a lighter solution if you compare with the EMR10. But the EMR10 is easier to carry, it's easier to put it somewhere. I would say that this is really good if you have a car, if you have a power station, outside the house. You can use it in the garden, outside on the balcony or something like that. It's also really good if you're really hunting grams and you really want a lightweight equipment. But then you maybe shouldn't bring any of this to get a really lightweight equipment. When we look at the Thermacell, you remember they use this gas canister. I made a dedicated video about how you do when you want to refill these ones. You had to modify them, and then you can refill them in a really safe way, and then you get a much cheaper way to use a Thermacell. But there is advantage of the Thermacell and there is other advantage of the Nitecore equipment. So let's look into that. If I want to do a longer tour, like 1 week, 2 weeks or something like that, then I would bring the Thermacell with the gas canister. Each one of these canisters is like 30 gram. So then it's 30 gram and one of these pads for each refill. So this is really light, and it's really simple to use it also. Nitecore EMR10 is actually the thing I'm using most time outside the house, in the garden, when I'm working with the sleds, if there is mosquito, when I'm doing things out here at home actually. I also bring this if I go on a day tour, if I go out only one night. Then this is perfect. Because I really like this thing that you can recharge it. You don't need to fill up the canisters. So this is good for shorter tours. I would definitely go for this one instead of the Thermacell if I do shorter tours. And then it's a Nitecore 30. This one I would use where I have electricity. I will use it outside the house when I can plug it in straight on, in my garage where I can plug it in straight to the wall. I will also use it in the car if I need some mosquito repeller there in the car, in the caravan or something like that. I think this is also very lightweight, very good. If you already have a power bank, you can get this one cheaper than actually buy some one of the other ones, because I think this will come with a much lower price because there is no battery. I don't know the price of it actually, but it should come cheaper, so because it's no battery. So if you have power banks already, this could be a good solution to have this one instead. And it's lightweight, only 86 grams. And then there is one more thing. This thing we're using to get rid of the mosquito is not vitamins. Sometimes I use the gas and then I don't need to put all the shit on my skin. Another time I use the thing on my skin or different type of this. Sometimes I use something with tar, sometimes I use something with DEET, sometimes oil, sometimes blah 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 blah. I try to use many different things to spread the risk. Yeah, that's how I do. I hope you get some useful tips and ideas from this video. See you next time. Ciao!